With the start of school less than a month away, there are more than 500 open positions in school districts, large and small, rural and urban, all across the state of Oklahoma. Some educators say they've never seen anything like it. Reporter Steve Shaw joins us with the concerted, ongoing effort to fill those jobs. Steve.
Rich, school districts I talked to this week tell me the teacher shortage started long before the COVID-19 hit in March of 2020. Federal pandemic funding put a Band-Aid on the situation then, but long-term solutions right now are elusive. William Crozier wants to teach special education at F.D. Moon Middle School in Oklahoma City.
My cousin taught here till she retired for 25 years.
F.D. Moon was one of 3 Oklahoma City middle schools Tuesday that hosted job fairs for positions that include teachers, counselors, nurses, and other support positions. Crozier, who says he's a military veteran and a former businessman, says it's his civic duty.
I just don't like us being down on the bottom by Mississippi.
Brad Herzier is Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Safety, and Security for Oklahoma City Schools. With 32,000 students, OKCPS is right there with Tulsa as the largest school districts in the state. Do you know how many teachers you're down at Oklahoma City Public Schools?
Well, our classroom teachers this morning when I ran the numbers, it was like 133.
That you're down?
Yeah, I mean that we don't have filled at this point. You have to remember though that we have 2,600 teachers, so that's less than, or it's right around 5%.
He says last year substitute teachers helped fill the gaps.
And then we also had some incentives that if you substituted 5 consecutive days, that you could get an additional $10 a day, so $50 a week. Added on top of that. So we're going to continue some of that this year. For high school diploma, it'll be 105 a day. For bachelor's degrees, 115, and for a certified teachers, 125. So yeah, we look to continue that and using our CARES money, pandemic money, to help pay for that.
Over at Capps Middle School Wednesday in the Putnam City School District, administrators mapped out strategies for the coming year.
We're going to continue to lean on subs, and our substitute teachers go through a very rigorous training. So we're confident they're prepared for the classroom. Obviously, it's not the same as having a full-time certified teacher in those classes, but it is helping us kind of bridge that gap right now.
Putnam City Chief Communications Officer Jeff Bardock says they normally have around 2,000 certified teachers to handle their 18,500 student body. Right now, they're down 40 teachers.
Yeah, it hurts. It makes it tough on the school sites, but our principals and our leadership teams at all of our schools are really adept at making it work and making sure our students are still getting a great education that they would normally get with a full-time certified teacher.
Dana Ezel directs human resources for Jenks Public Schools just outside Tulsa. They've got 12,600 kids, and their teacher numbers are not that bad. If you're only down 5, you're one of the lucky ones.
Right. We do feel fortunate that we're in that position, but we're seeing some definite challenges in getting the ones that we have hired through the certification process. That's also been a challenge for us.
She says what Jenks is short on is support staff. Bus drivers?
Bus drivers, paraprofessionals, child nutrition workers. We definitely have the positions available for those who want to work.
Former Norman teacher Carrie Elledge is vice president of the Oklahoma Education Association, which represents the state's 40,000 plus teachers.
This year is significantly different.
She says the state could help the situation right now by redirecting hundreds of millions of dollars it was going to use for a Panasonic electric car factory that Governor Stitt ultimately lost to Kansas.
So we know that there's currently $700 million that could easily be reinvested in public education for our schools and our students, but also for other core services that benefit the citizens of Oklahoma as well.
She says something will have to give.
Well, currently what we're seeing in public education is a major lack of respect beyond the fact that our salaries are lower to comparable professions. We are also seeing that we're being devalued by the community and additionally by people in the legislature.
Last session, the state legislature passed an incentive program for teachers. If you go to college in the state of Oklahoma and you earn a teaching degree and you teach for at least 5 years, you get your tuition reimbursed by the state.
That's a significant investment. That is an excellent start. That's a great way to bring people in and recruit. We also need to invest in retention and make sure that we're keeping our quality educators in the profession.
Dr. Joe Ciano was Norman's superintendent for nearly 2 decades. Now he's Associate Executive Director of the State School Boards Association. He says it's always been hard to find good math and science teachers. The problem now is finding good teachers, period.
So I think things have accelerated and been exasperated by COVID-19. But I think that this is a problem that districts have been facing, and it's a problem that's being faced by districts across the state, whether you're a large district or small district. You're finding those challenges of finding those really talented, qualified teachers for every classroom. That there's a number of ways that we really can work through this, and that's by, again, recruiting teachers to come into the field, and then working really hard to respect and retain the teachers that we have. We have to give those people the resources they need to stay. And then we do need a broader pool, and a broader pool is always a good thing. The more people you have to select from, the better chances you're going to find those qualified people.
Dr. Ciano says he thinks the state's 509 school districts are actually down considerably more than 500 certified teachers for the upcoming school year.